using my way of trading, then it's not gonna work because if a lot of people are using the way that I'm trading right now, the market's gonna adapt to it, and slowly over time, I'm gonna lose the way that I make my bread and butter. It's not gonna work out well for me. And like a business, you're not gonna give your whole secret away. The same goes for this. It is a business, and so you gotta treat it like a business. I'm not gonna give my secret away 100%. So just disclosure of that. And secondly, I can't really do that because, like I said, it's a bond I can't really explain. I tried doing it before, and I couldn't wrap my head all the way around it. And there are certain things, there are certain gut feelings, there are certain things in the market you are going to feel, and it's hard to explain technically, right? On the technical side, I can explain it. It's true, I can explain it, and just explain the way that I trade. I can, in fact, explain everything else that goes into technicals, but psychologically, I can't explain it. I can't explain the way that I think, the way that I feel, the way I look at something, and the way my brain fires those synapses signals so that I think of a trade differently or I anticipate a trend differently. I can't explain that. And I've tried it and I can't. So, yeah, no, right? And lastly, just to make a point here, you can quit Forex. That's fine. You can go ahead with Forex. It's fine. But you should treat it as a hobby. You shouldn't really treat this as a way that you are going to depend your life on it because it's not, right? Any fucking market out there, you're not gonna go into a supermarket, fucking shoplift, right? Buy a few pounds, a few kilograms of pork, fill a few kilograms of chicken, beef, and you shoplift, and let's say you get away with it. How the fuck are you going to make a living, or how the fuck are you going to live for a long time? You can't because that's frankly how it works. And even if you get away with it, if you don't, then you're just gonna get banned from the store, and that's not a good thing. The market the same way. People who are coming in and out of the market all the time. Right? There are people who are treating this as investments. They're going to treat this, put some money in, and then they leave it. Right? They're going to people who are trading day to day, like us as day traders. We trade from day to day and it makes us profits short term, and that translates to long term. And yeah, people like long term investors, they are the people who jump in the market and get the things that they want and get out. We are going in there every day and we are stalking and basically waiting to get the best deal possible from the market. So that's how we're like a frontier of the market makers, right? Right now you have small funds, but in the future, if you become a trader and probably a hedge fund manager, you're going to be a market maker and you're going to think differently in how to move the market a certain way, right? You're going to become the person who you wouldn't want to be in the first place. You're not going to be like, well, I dislike manipulation, so I'm not going to do it. But once you have that big amount of money, and like I explained before in part one, you're going to think a little bit differently. And yeah, essentially, you're going to adapt to the market, adapt to the capital that you have so that you're going to be profitable. And like I say, that's just how it is. And you're going to be a lot more cautious. But you're not there yet. So just keep working, and I hope one day that you'll get there. Hope one day that everything else in the world goes along with your ambition. If it doesn't, then good for you. Then you know that it doesn't work, and you know that you need to try something else or change your methods. Ah, fuck, that's my accent. You need to change your methods in approaching things so that it works out a different way. But yeah, that's just shit talk, and I hope in the future you'll put this and treat this as a hobby, know when to walk in and out, and basically enjoy the ride, man. Just take it simple. You need to already have a path And this is just a flute. It's just a guitar you pick up. It's just a backpack you pick up, a pair of headphones, some things that you pick up along the way. And it doesn't matter if you live without it or not. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make you money, right? You can just keep walking on your path. You have your foot, you have your boots, you have your clothes. You're warm. You have a home, right? You don't even have a home, or you have an apartment, you have a place to live, and you have a job that provides you and give you everything necessary. And this is just basically your hobby and something that has potential. And you need to harvest those potentials and take rest. Like take rest frequently. You trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then you take a rest, right? You take a rest for on Friday, for example, and say, "Whoa, it's Friday. I should try something else. I should, take off and kind of do a little bit of YouTube video watching, or just studying psychology, or just reaching out and do something else." Saturday, Sunday, if you work overtime like I do, right, on alternative weekends, if you work overtime, then just divide it, right? Saturday morning, Sunday morning, right? And if you don't have work on weekends, you can or do something else. Just try to squeeze it in, just a little bit in here and there. But take frequent breaks, even in your learning journey, right? That's why they have 40 hours work week. That's why they give you, at least in the U.S. anyways, they give you a standard 40-hour work week so that you have time outside of work. You have a life. And yeah, I'm so sorry for other countries, man. Especially Japan, yeah, especially the Japanese. Man, their culture is rough, and I truly feel sorry for that because I've seen documentaries, and it's just truly depressing. And any person watching this video right now, and you are in Japan, and you are, seeing this around you, I feel truly sorry for you. And you need to work around that, and like I said, pick it up. And essentially, if you find this, you just create yourself a window, right? You look out there and you see what's possible. You see all these people, you see me as I am sitting here. Even though I'm not growing up in the same place as you do, I end up differently because I'm fundamentally a different person, and you are a different person, and your journey will have to be different, 100% going to be different from me. The way you think, the way you react, and your upbringing will be different, and that shapes the way you look at the market as well. So that's it. That's what I want to get out there. Don't force it. Just keep it going. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those are the 4 days that I trade live, and essentially, putting it all, like putting my all into it, and essentially doing following, and do it over time. You'll improve. And if you don't, change a little bit, change the way you approach it a little bit, right? Or change the whole way you approach it, whatever. Trying to tweak around the baseline, try to tweak around the way you develop something, so that you are not totally discarding it. If it doesn't work fully, then you discard it. But if there are profitable trades when you are backtesting, then there is a probability that you yourself are the problem that you need to face. So yeah, just go ahead and keep that in mind. Uh, but yeah, working culture, have something on the line so that your necessities are paid off and your life is pretty much good with money, right? You don't need to worry about money, and trading is should be treated as a hobby, should be treating as a piano, treating as a guitar, treating as working out. The same way, right? Something on the side that you can squeeze it in, and you don't really care about it because you have passion for it, because you like it, right? That's just how everything started, right? Something as a passion, something that you like. See people when you force examples of people when you force them to do something. Sure, they're going to be pros at it. They may be going to be good at it, but are they going to like it? Well, probably not, because you force them to do it. That's the first thing. You force yourself to do something that you don't really like because there is something involved that can, at the end of the tunnel, money, and money. Something at the end is money. Money should be treated as a side effect, right? In trading, and you see in this market here, you're starting in and day out. You're going to gather something from it, something different that people do not know, something that only you would know. And that is precisely why I don't want to give away my way of trading, because that's just going to burn my whole life's work down. And that's not what you want. That's not what I want. If you are in my shoes, if you have a business, if you have a way to make millions of dollars, you're not going to give that away to a random stranger on the internet. And that's just the truth, right? So, yeah, keeping this out there. And yeah, in the future, I'm going to drop just random videos here and there, random shit here and there, so you could pick it up. Like I said, there are technicals videos only, and there are going to be talking videos. There's psychological videos. I'm going to talk here and there, right? Just talk about life in general and basically share stories. Maybe considering doing live streams in the future, talking about other people and connect people together. And that's how the world works. That's how you're gonna give meaning to the world. And deep down inside, we are fundamental creatures. We are social creatures. You need to interact. You can trap yourself in a room, but over time you're gonna feel like, well, if I'm in a room, nobody cares about me. You're gonna have some depressive thoughts, and I do not want that. I have been there before, and it's destructive. And luckily, I have my mother. Even though she's there, she yelled at me, but I've made it out because I am seeing the other side. I've seen the other people. I've seen all the other people are living their lives happily, and people who have a lot of money, buying everything they want, and live life happy. I want to be like that. Life can only live once. I don't care your life's knife. I don't care the fuck you do when you die. You can become a pig. You become another being. You can reincarnate to another thing. What you need to care about is the present. What you need to care about is how you live right now. Is how you're gonna react to, you know, things thrown your way. Are you gonna let that down, or you gotta, stand up, right? You gotta improve yourself and just be in the present. And you can't really understand this unless you've been, talk to it to another person who have been through it. And I'll just give you an advice for now, is that treat everything you see with a little bit of affection. Care about it a little bit more. Don't force it. Care. Don't force it, right? Don't force anything. Care about it. Affect it just a little. See how it affects you and how you can tweak yourself and adjust yourself around it. And essentially push yourself out there to connect yourself to other people. Push and push and push. And I may be big in the future, so big in fact that even though I want to help every single person out there that is struggling, I'm probably not gonna be able to do that in the future once I become big, and a lot of people gonna know about me, and that's just a sad reality. And you gotta connect yourself with other people. You gotta connect yourself with a lot of other individuals in your same shoes, or just in the same wavelength, in the same way of thinking. That's why you have high school. That's why you have colleges. That's why you have jobs, right? You have nonprofit, um, volunteer events, communities events, right? You meet people, right, with the same interests, and that's how a lot of people become husbands and wives. A lot of people found their partner that way, and that's just how the way life works. You need to surround yourself with people with like-minded individuals. Surround yourself with those people, and trying to see and compete and trying to compare yourself. You're gonna see, well, he can go that far, but I have these characteristics, and we can work around it together, right? Develop yourself together. But essentially, at the end of the day, trying to push yourself out there, even right nowadays, it's easier than ever to connect yourself to other people. But keep in mind that there are people who are going to manipulate you. There are people who are going to care about your money, and that's all it is in this world. It's money, and money, right? But that's just a borderline. People over there who wants to get money are people who wants to take care of their family. People who wants to just live a life in peace, just live a life to make money, have something to get in your mouth, to just survive day to day, to just survive, to just provide for their family. It's really simple, right? Money is the thing that can provide all of that. And it's heartbreaking. It's heart fucking breaking, right? But I can and I would not change a thing about it. I would not change a thing because I had no authority to do so. Even if I have the ability to, I would keep everything the way that it is right now. Let the wheel rolls around because I'm in no way to change those fundamental things. I'm in no way to change that. And that's the reality. You have a good motivation, you have your good mind, you want to do good for the world, but you don't have the ability to do so. Even if you do, once you're up there, once you're up here, you're going to see the world in a different view, and you're gonna have to do differently. The same way with trading. You got to trade differently once you have the capital, and yeah, you're going to look differently once you get at the top. You might say, and I have always say this before I become this person I am today. I always think that I'm not gonna be the person who are always up there and think things differently, right? And have a different mentality. I always think to myself that I'm not gonna be that person, but then I am fundamentally, I am a part of that being. I need to adapt, right? If you don't want to adapt and you go against the current, then you have to fucking find a fucking way to climb. How I find a way to just anchor yourself against the current. That's the only way. And even if you can anchor yourself, you're gonna be eaten by the current. The current is gonna drive you away, and you could get tired. Even if you have an option to let your hands go with the current, or you can swim up and you get tired, you get fucking pushed back anyways. That's how the way works, and that's the mission. You need to pay attention, and you need to spread wisdom. You need to spread the way that people think, and you cannot change the current by swimming against it. You have to change slowly. You can anchor yourself, and once you find the anchor, start building around it. Start building rocks, or if you just swim along with the current until you find a way to stop, until you stop at a calm lake, calm river, right? Until you stop, and then you can change things then. Or you have to swim to the shore and have to walk upstream. You cannot swim against the stream. You have to go around it. So that's basically what I'm trying to get at. You can change everything because that's how the world works. Because that's how human nature is. That's how you and I are you and I. That's how languages became languages. Things around us became to be. That's how the market got formed. That's how we adapt. That's how we see things. That's how we buy things. That's how we do anything in this world. Is because that's the current. And you can't change the current because it begins somewhere upstream, somewhere fundamentally you cannot change. And if you want to change a small part of it, you have to find somewhere calm or swim away from the current and walk on the line, walk on the bank, right? Walk on the silver bank, on the side, walk against the current, not swim against it. You need to break your way out and slowly but surely change it. Build a dam, but slowly and surely. And yeah, big movements in the world. They have different shit, right? They have different beliefs, and they parade, do it, right? Some gets it, some doesn't, and even if they get it and the world works, well, people are not gonna care anyways because, well, even if it works for minorities, troubles are going, problems gonna pop up eventually, and they're gonna fix new problems that pops up, and that's how the world fucking works. Politics is stupid. I don't evolve. I don't fucking put myself into that. My vote is not gonna matter as much, right? But I just want to go to vote. I just want to vote because that's just an option, and I like the option. so I'm gonna vote. And essentially, I'm not involved in the way of political thinking. If you ask me a question, I always base it around morality and psychologically. How what is better for the future generation, and what is better for humans as a whole, right? What is better for us psychologically and advance as human beings. And yeah, I know I'm driven away from trading, but this is the talking and disclaimer video part two. I'll upload this probably today. Well, you see it already, but I don't expect a lot of views. I don't expect a lot of people to see this because YouTube, right? Yep. With that being said, I'll see you sometime in the future. Good luck trading, and good luck studying. Good luck on everything you have in life, and I hope one day you get whatever that you need. And once you get there, keep in mind and disclaimer once again, what are you gonna do once you get there?